later on, she asked for permission to visit me. She was smart enough to send a picture along, and when I saw the picture, I said, well, I better go along with this. So I worked that out with prison officials, and she came to visit me and one Saturday and spent from 8 o'clock in the morning till 3 visiting with me. We could do nothing but sit and talk. And when she got ready to leave, she said, if you don't mind, I'd like to come back and spend some more time with you. Well, that's like throwing a rubber raft to a drowning man. I mean, I was 83 years old in prison, and this good-looking chick wants to come visit me. I mean, you know, my daddy didn't raise no fools. I arranged it, and to her credit, and to my great pleasure, she came every Saturday and Sunday, on Christmas Day, on New Year's Day, on Thanksgiving Day, every time we had a visiting day, except when her children needed her and couldn't be with their father. She came to visit me. And during the course of that, strange as it may seem, and I'm not trying to convince anybody, but strange as it may seem, we fell in love. And I've never regretted it. It's something I certainly never expected. I was absolutely prepared to spend the rest of my life with my family, and without the benefit of a beautiful woman. But I got lucky. And you know, they sent me to prison for life. I came back with a good-looking wife.
Governor, are those the two biggest gifts that you had in life?
Well, we had a welcome home birthday party for me in New Orleans last month. 600 people paid $250 a piece for the tickets to come to the party. And that really made me feel good. And I had an opportunity to meet with and talk to old friends that I hadn't seen in a number of years. And then others have been kind enough to provide functions for me and an opportunity to help me out. When I got out, Buddy Leach was kind enough to give me a position working with him, which was a requirement of the halfway house. So let me just tell you, I've done a lot for people all my life. And since I got out of prison, and while I was there, I met and heard from hundreds of people who reminded me of things that I'd done for them. But I'll tell you what, I never did enough for what people have done for me. Well, when I was in Fort Worth, what I did was wish that I was agile enough to climb the fence. When I was in Oakdale, I didn't have a fence, so I just had to look at where the fence would have been. I got up at 6 o'clock every morning, which I didn't like because I'm not an early riser. We had breakfast at 6:30. We ate lunch at 10:30 and dinner at, excuse me, dinner at 2:30. I walked the track. I walked 2 miles every day. I was the head librarian and worked in the library during most of the day, had an opportunity to deal with my mail. I got over 35,000 pieces of mail while I was in prison, and I answered every letter. You know, I like to tell the story that I was born in 1927, and 9 years later, when I was 9 years old, I got my first job with the government. I was a water boy on a levee job that paid me 9 cents an hour. That was a little place on the Red River southeast of Alexandria. 66 years later, I got my second federal job. I was head librarian in the prison, and they paid me 20 cents an hour. So I was progressing. The book is an amazing compilation of facts and historical documents. He spent 6 years doing research, 8 hours a day, 7 days a week. He wrote 1,600 pages. We had to cull the pages in order to make the book sellable and the right size for people to buy. And I will say that no matter if you hate me or dislike me or have any kind of reservations about me, it's a good book because it tells what happened in Louisiana during the years I was governor and the years intervening. And so anybody interested in what has happened for the past 40 years would do well to pick up the book and read it. Not because I want them to change their opinion about me or to make me look good, but I think it'll make them feel good about our state because there's so much good here and so much has happened. You know, we didn't have the race rights of other states because people here learned to get along. While I was governor, we kept the budget in balance. Taxes are low. We had jobs. Things were running good. And I'm very proud of that record. And I appreciate the fact that people are interested enough to want to know about it.
Tonight?
Oh, yes. Well, no, not tonight because I'll be, I have another function here at 5 o'clock and I won't be leaving here till about 8, so I'll be on the road, but I'll be listening to it because I'm a Tiger fan.
Governor Ernest.
Just a couple of words. Thank you, thank you, thank you from the bottom of my heart.